In today's video, we're going to be restarting Carmelo Anthony's career and putting it in reverse. So with that being said, he'll be starting off his career on the Lakers to then move on to the Blazers, Rockets, Thunder, Knicks, and finally the Denver Nuggets to finish off his career. As a part of his reverse career, NBA history will be completely changed as he's going into his rookie season teaming up with Shaq and Kobe, who already have 3 rings of their own. So it's obvious that the new Big 3 in LA would get straight to work and completely dominate the league, putting on a show for the fans and winning 61 games. Come playoff time, they wouldn't stop there as they would sweep past every single round, with Melo helping Shaq and Kobe win their 4th ring and owning his rookie season. Hey man, this one was pretty obvious. If you didn't see this one coming, then I don't know what to tell you. But all this would quickly come to an end as Melo decides to leave LA to join a terrible Blazers team. Melo would now be all on his own, trying his best to carry a weak Blazers team while struggling to win games. Melo would then finish the season averaging 27-5 as it still wasn't enough to help the team make the playoffs, falling 14th in the West with only 33 wins. And just like that, Melo learned to stay humble. But remember, Melo's career is reversed. So with him playing 2 seasons in Portland, he now has 1 year remaining with the Blazers. Now going into his final season in Portland, Melo put the team on his back, becoming a highlight reel, averaging 30-7 with the team finishing 5th in the West, winning 47 games. But only to get eliminated in the 2nd round by Dirk and the Mavs. 2 failed seasons back to back. I'm done. But Melo wouldn't have to worry any longer because his time in Portland would eventually come to an end, which means he's now headed to Houston where he'll team up with Ming and Tmac. The new Big 3 in H-Town would then take the West by storm, highlight after highlight, finishing with the best record in the league with a total of 61 wins as Melo would average 28-6. Now that is what I'm talking about. Let's go. As he's now headed back to the playoffs where they'll also take care of business, easily sweeping past every single round to finally make it back to the NBA Finals where he'll meet up against his high school rival and draft class teammate LeBron James. Oh snap. Yo, this is gonna be a good one. I cannot wait to see what happens. The 2 high school rivals will go at it back and forth on the biggest stage of them all as Melo looks forward to getting his revenge on LeBron from their high school days. The series would then go to 6 games as the Big 3 took full control, putting on a show for the fans, beating LeBron in the weak Cavs, with Melo going on to win his 2nd ring and his first Finals MVP in only 4 seasons. Man, in only a couple seasons, a lot of NBA history has changed. But his time in Houston would unfortunately come to an end after 1 season because he would eventually get traded to OKC, originally known as the Supersonics, where he would then pair up with a 19-year-old Kevin Durant who has just got drafted into the league. The young dude would be a force to be reckoned with as they finished the season with the best record in the league and a total of 70 wins as Melo goes on to win MVP. I lied. The team did poorly as they barely made it into the playoffs, finishing 8th in the West with only 43 wins as they would meet up against CP3 and the Hornets in the 1st round, but only to get eliminated in just 5 games. And just like that, Melo would now be headed to the Madison Square Garden to play 6 seasons for the New York Knicks, where he would team up with Zach Randolph in his 1st season. Melo and the Knicks would seem to struggle winning games during the regular season, finishing 5th in the East with a total of 48 wins, but still managed to beat the Magic in 7 games of the 1st round of the playoffs. Swept the Heat in the 2nd round to then finish the 76ers in a close Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals as he would now meet up against former MVP Steve Nash and the Phoenix Suns in the 2010 NBA Finals. As this would be an easy championship run for Melo as he would average 35-8, putting the team on his back, beating the Suns in only 5 games as Melo goes on to win his 3rd NBA championship. Now who said a 5th seeded team wasn't capable of winning a championship? But unfortunately, that would be Melo's 1st and last championship with the Knicks because the next 5 seasons would end off bad, with the Bulls eliminating them in 2011 with a rising star in Derrick Rose, to then getting eliminated by the Big 3 in Miami in the year 2012, and so the list goes on with too much competition in the East as Melo wouldn't be able to compete due to his terrible cast on the Knicks. I mean, there is way too much competition in the East. Melo can't even get out the 2nd round. But we're now fast forwarding into the year 2017 where Melo would now team up with a young and up-and-coming superstar Nikola Jokic and a young Jamal Murray to finally make his final destination before he ends his career. During the first couple seasons, Melo gave the team everything he had left in the tank as Melo started to slowly age. But while Melo was starting to get rusty, Jokic and Murray developed into true superstars, which now brings us into the year 2022, which would unfortunately be Melo's final season as his time in the league would soon come to an end. In his final season, Melo averaged a solid 10-2 coming off the bench, with the team finishing 2nd in the West with a total of 52 wins. Jokic is turning into the Joker and Melo might just finish off his career with a ring, as the Nuggets would cruise to the NBA Finals where they would meet up against Jason Tatum and the Celtics, as the series would go to 7 long games with the Joker completely dominating highlight after highlight, finishing Melo's career off with a 4th and final ring, as Melo would eventually retire from the league, ending his his Hall of Fame career with more accolades than he did in real life. LeBron holds the all-time scoring record in NBA history, but what if his own son Bronny came into the league and broke his father's record? Click the video on the screen and find out what happens next. Other than that, stay mellow.